All right. So let me just start. Leigh from Pop Evil. Where in the world is Leigh today?
Yeah, we're in the Smoky Mountains here, somewhere here in Tennessee. We're in Gatlinburg here, just on a chill day, so it's beautiful.
Yeah, it
It's just
definitely is
super
nice.
cool. So we're gonna go exploring and try to avoid the bear today. Is the on the agenda. So there it is.
You mean actual bears?
Exactly. Meet actual bears. Try to see as much as I can without getting stopped by a few bear along the way. So it's crazy. We saw a couple coming in this morning. So
Right.
it's wild, man. It's no joke for sure.
So what do you got? So typically when you guys are on tour, you get a day off. Do you guys try to get out together and do stuff, try to stay active?
Yeah, it varies. I mean, it just every day is a little different. We just started rehearsals out in Oklahoma City where we rehearse, and then so making the trek out to North Carolina, just right on the East Coast there. So it's a couple day drive here. So we just kind of, I think everyone's just kind of buzzing excited about this next tour, and obviously we all kind of do our separate things in the mornings. Everyone kind of tries to get their shower in at different times, and then you know, late afternoon, early evening, we all kind of kick it. We all kind of like, what y'all doing? Where's everyone after dinner? Where we hanging? So it's kind of like a frat party.
Yeah, you guys all get along good, huh? You have a new
Yeah,
drummer.
we do, especially this lineup. This has been hasn't always been easy. I mean, band life for a lot of bands it's different. But I know I can speak for the Pop Evil journey. It's been tough. It's been up and down. I mean, life happens for a lot of people, and it's such a big element that really goes unchecked from a fan per standpoint, right? I don't think about as a fan when I think about my favorite bands. I don't think about their touring life or how hard it might be. I just think about their music kicking butt, right? So I definitely wasn't prepared for the behind the scenes when I started, but it becomes a part of it, and our personal families as well, very supportive and trying to just, really, I think every album you get more support, even your family grows with it. And our Pop Evil family has been so supportive. I know that they're all excited about this next tour for us. And, a lot of texts and phone calls about, wow, how's everyone doing? How y'all feeling? So it's awesome to get that support and to be just excited. I mean, I was talking to the band before rehearsals, and we were like, "Wow, this is the first time that we've been so excited about just coming together before a tour, where we all like each other, we all get along, we're all kind of on that same page." And I think, not to get back into the COVID, but the COVID thing really was a benefit for at least our band in a way that it really kind of weeded out the fat. Man, people that don't want to be here for the wrong reasons or whatever reason that wasn't music related are gone. And it doesn't mean they're bad people, doesn't mean they're bad choices. They have to do what's best for them, but the people that really believe in the Pop Evil journey and what we're trying to do here, stayed and came on. So, I mean, once you kind of get the lineups that have kind of shaped, have been formed after COVID, I mean, it's incredible how we all kind of had this stripped away from us. So we all kind of came back with a different kind of mentality. Certainly being humble to know that, like, look, we're all just one song away from going home, being done with this, and real life's just right on the horizon. And 8 albums in, I mean, how many more albums do you have before, I mean, hopefully we got a lot more, to be honest, but it just, we're starting to see that other side that, like, even though we feel like there's a lot left to do, it's still, certainly I'm a lot more aware of everything's not as easy to come by, since. So we really want to make the most of every opportunity. We really feel like we've done that even on this album moving forward. And, it shows with the camaraderie that we have as brothers, off the stage as well. So it's a great question and something that I'm certainly excited about these guys, and certainly excited about, the show we got coming moving forward.
I think you have a lot more new music in front of you. This latest single, What
Thank you.
Remains, already top 10 at rock radio. You guys are killing it. So congrats.
It's Thank you so much, and it's just a testament to the team, obviously the managers, the label, and the band, just letting me kind of, helping me fulfill my vision. And sometimes with the band, especially the new guys coming in, with Blake and Joey, they have their own bands as well. So coming in and not trying to interfere, just listening to me, listening to kind of what I've been wanting to do, years ago, and moving on. It's awesome to have a team that's kind of been gracious to, number one, agree, be on the same page, and to try to help things that maybe I wasn't doing or we weren't doing as a team to shift, to be like, okay, look, let's start moving towards this central main goal. And like you said, to be top 10 again, it's just a testament of the support system we have at radio, and then of course the fans, and we just want to give them that best version of ourselves, man. Like we really feel like there's that pure of bands from our era. There's not many of them left that are still playing, and we really want to do our part to become that next band in the tier of bands that can become that headliner. You know, I mean, how many times can we see the same bands over and over and over? At some point,
Sure.
we've got to graduate new bands, and you know, we certainly feel like we've been behind in years past in some ways, and we want to do our part to fix that and get ourselves back to a respected space to bring good music and a great live show to our fans. And definitely looking forward to this step being a step in the right direction for Pop Evil.
Yeah, and so you hooked up on this new single, "What Remains," with Cody from Wage War, one of our Florida bands. You know,
Yeah,
so how did
yeah.
the collaboration come about?
Yeah, I mean, he's such a stud, man. He's
Good
incredible, so
dude.
talented, and a great guy. I mean, he's just so humble. And we had talked about it. You know, our Drew Falk was our producer in the past couple records, and Drew had mentioned to me, he's like, hey, you know, like I got a couple songs like I want you to hear from Cody, but Drew and I, we get so into them songs. I mean, obviously we've had some great success together with, and I think last record it was Eye of the Storm, and he did the whole record last record. So we were so focused on things that him and I were doing. By the time I got to a couple of tracks from Cody, I was just burnt out. You know, I was like, I don't know, I don't want to do this in any justice. I don't want to do Cody wrong. I want to be like ready to go, and I wanted to be able to either listen to more music of his, or I wanted to, you know, sometimes when you work with other people and you don't write it, I want to like listen to the music and see what moves me. So if you have like 5 tracks, let me listen to all 5 and see if anything, you know, shut my eyes and just see what comes out. You know, and interestingly, that's a side note to this new song. So as we move forward into this new record, first on my list, it's like, dude, I gotta go. And I don't want to listen to any music. I want to go right to Cody's spot, Nashville, and just kind of absorb it. Obviously, he by this time I know him a lot differently. I hadn't met him, but obviously what he's been doing with Wage War, they've been crushing, and so many people, everyone that knows Cody just loves him. So I'm like, I got to go meet Cody. I got to build this relationship. And we get down there, and I think I only had 3 days with him. It was a quick session, you know, because I was back and forth from Nashville to LA, and he obviously his schedule was busy as well. And we wrote one song together. It was super cool. I think it's on this record, to be honest. I have been like, once the album's done, I've learned to, and where I'm at in my career now, I just let it be. I don't want to listen to it till rehearsals because I want to be fresh. I want to keep this stuff. I just feel like being a frontman on stage, I want my fans to be as excited as I am about the music. And and I have a tendency to just over listen to it and hate everything. I'm like, oh, I don't want to listen to that. So by the time we're into the album cycle, I'm just stale. It's stale for me. I'm beat up. I'm mentally just exhausted. So I think family and friends have done a good job of locking hey, the album's mastered. It's done. You're not getting to hear it anymore for a couple months. So
So it
it's
is
cool.
done. When's the release date?
Yeah, well, we don't have the release date, but it's pretty close to, I think it's pretty close to done. Like I said, I've been trying to purposely keep myself away. I got the masters in. Now there might be some changes to some tweaks here, but I think for the most part, when I listened quickly, it sounds awesome. I'm super excited. But I think we're planning on like hopefully spring, you know, this
Yeah, that's
spring,
what I was
hopefully
going to ask.
something,
Is it?
something coming
I
in.
think I read somewhere you guys are making some heavier music on this album. Is that true?
It's heavier. I mean, obviously everyone's got a different version of heavy, but
Sure.
it's certainly heavier. Let's just compare it to, you know, Pop Evil. You know, it's definitely the heaviest Pop Evil record. And moving forward, it's just where radio, where the business is it's allowing us to be heavier. You think when we came in, we're a radio band, it just was harder to get some of that heavier stuff played. And
Yeah.
when you're a smaller band, you only get so many doorways in, you know, and if you're in was a radio, you got to kind of, you know, I mean, there's tons of people that personally might be like, yeah, who cares? You do what you want to do. But I mean, when you have no job and you have no career, you gotta be at least understanding and we love radio. I mean, like radio is how we started our local station in Grand Rapids. And it wasn't just about the music. Like, what I think sometimes people forget is just how much community is represented by radio, whether it's the ads, things that are going on. I mean, we used to listen, like to this day, I still do, like, what's going on in town this weekend, or what are we doing this month? Where can I get my oil change? You know what I mean? Like, it's just kind of like and maybe it's a Michigan thing, like growing up. I mean, you know, it just, we really look to that for, you know, where the headliners were playing, who's coming to that little smaller, what bigger bands we know were coming to that small local pub that we could kind of get in there and maybe just be hands-on and talk to those bands. Rather, sometimes the arena shows, you can't get to the bands, and we like the smaller shows because we'd like to kind of try to pick the brain at the merch booth with that band and be like, you know, how'd y'all
Sure.
get in? Did you know? How'd you do it? You know, and so it was just kind of, it was always such a big it was just such a big driving force for how we how we just dreamed, when we started, so radio is it's got a special sweet spot in the heart of myself. And I know my band, my guys, moving back into the Cody thing. So we got in a second day ready to write What Remains. And I remember Cody, I was like, give me something heavy, man. Cody, like, I need something like, give me your fingers, man. What you got? And he just goes, you mean like this? And I was like, that is my only virtue. And it just was written in 30 minutes, maybe. We had the song done. So sometimes the best songs are just written so quickly, that you just are like, oh my God, like, what did we just do? And we kind of shaped this whole album process. There's always that one song that, like, before that song, it was like, I don't know, and it's become, after that song, this whole album became a personal healing journey for me to let out some of that dead weight that had been holding me back, things I've been frustrated with, and being a singer sometimes, and sometimes you have to bury that stuff, and it was just awesome to kind of let that out, and not in any way to take it out on anybody, but just to kind of the experiences that I've had here, the frustrations I've had, kind of with my career, and letting that out in a release. When you take it all away, when you move all those catastrophic things in your life, all that's left is yourself sometimes. And what you do with that is, becomes your identity moving forward as you get later in life. That's the kind of person you are. That's kind of what people remember you at. And just kind of discussing those kind of feelings with the band, it was like, wow, this is awesome. I mean, they all felt the same way in their own way, right? So to be able to put that, into words and certainly put that into the video, that transformation with the video. I mean, Sam Shapiro just slayed the video to really just kind of get out. I mean, I remember having hour discussions with him, throughout a 2-week period to just kind of, I wasn't even like, I don't care what you do the video. This is just how I feel, and just to kind of see him put that vision into this transformation of the old me into the new me and morph it into this new kind of approach, this new take, really glass half full rather than half empty approach on the music business, being grateful to the things you have. I mean, it's a very competitive market, as you know, but to still be here doing it, I mean, it's always a credit to any band that's still doing it and grinding it. And we're definitely embracing that and trying to just be better version of ourselves for our fans. And hopefully, we have such a great fan base that, like, to give them just more stuff to be excited about. And it all stems with that live show, man. We really want to put together the best fit forward to really deliver an energy packed, emotional, whether it's in the feels, whether it's in the ears, give you just peaks and valleys of a journey at our show that are so comparable to life, right? We have those ups and down moments in life, weekly, with our jobs, that sometimes it's that music that keeps that steady sanity with a lot of us. I know for myself personally. So to have a little bit of that now on this new record and to be able to take that to the stage is, I know it has us just super excited. And, obviously we can't be your way to show you guys get among the first people to hear it.
This Friday edition Financial Arena, the 1011 WJRR Halloweenie roast. It's you guys, it's Wage War, another great Florida band, Fame on Fire, I think, throwing it in there.
Yeah, so, all great bands. I mean, what a lineup! And I know awesome. I'm super grateful for the Wage War guys and Cody to have us out there. And obviously, their fan base is that young, energized, and they're so positive, man. They're such great people. So to be able to be out there with that fan base and to be able to play, our music, we're just super honored. And it's almost like going into someone else's house, man. We're going into Wage War's house right there, y'all house as well. But even though we've had
Central Florida is Pop Evil country.
Well, we certainly got a good batch of fans there. But when you're coming into, it's like Wage War's party, right? Like, your different people are coming to this party that normally don't always come to our party. So we're definitely understand that. We're grateful, and we just want to get with all those other bands and not only do what we do, but it's almost like sixth grade camp, right? You just see a lot of the old fans. Obviously, Fame on Fire we tour with, they're amazing. So to kind of get everyone back together, high fives, hugs, and bro out a bit, and it's a chance for us to just keep spreading the love, man. And I know that obviously what a better place to spend it than there with you guys in Orlando. And we can't wait for Friday, man. We're looking forward. It's one of those that you circle with that yellow highlighter and you count down when the tour starts. We get that email in, what cities are we going to? And you highlight your favorite ones. Always Orlando's one that we look forward to. Whenever you get to Florida too, for us Michigan boys, this time of year, man, that's great. We'll take it.
Awesome. See you Friday edition Financial Arena.
Can't wait.
Roast. It's going to be a great show, and I appreciate you taking the time to talk.
Yeah. My pleasure, man. Well, stay safe down there. We'll see you. I'll avoid some bears, so hopefully I'll have some stories for you when I see you.
Yeah, right. See you Friday.
Peace, y'all. Bye, man. Yeah. Yeah.